I'll write a program, simple program using C language. C program to print sum of all odd integers between 1 to 50. C program to print sum of all odd integer. It is integer, not the floating. Integer 1 to 50. From 1 to 50 numbers, we'll sum all the integers here, all the numbers. We have to find the sum of that. So I'll write the program based on do while statement. Let us see how this do while statement is used in this program. I'll begin with this hash include, and then this is preprocessor statement dot h. This is must. We have this void main. We know what is the function of this, and then curly brace here. I will start the body of the do while loop. Integer, it should be written outside this. Integer, say odd number, I'll write this way. Sum, and these are all the integer, a variable, odd number is integer, and then sum, they are initialized initially, that is 0. Sum is 0 here, integer, and odd number here. Odd number, it is initial value is 1, sum is 0, initial is 1, that is first. Say this should be terminated. These are declaration part. This is initialization part. Do, I'll start this loop. Do is a keyword, and we have this curly brace. I'll write here sum, this which is initialized. Sum is equal to sum, that is 0 plus odd number. Look, sum is 0, 0 plus 1, 1 odd number is 1, 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. Then this is repeated. Now the next statement here. Odd number, that is this variable is incremented equal to 2. This is while. Now this is logical expression. This is body of the, say, while loop, do while loop, while odd number, that is less than or equal to. This is a logical operator, which relational operator you can say, but it gives the logical result. We know it, that is 50. We have put this as a control, and the control is at the end. So close this do while loop. I'll continue it here. Print, yeah, that is output statement. Sum is equal to, say sum equals, we are writing this %, the digit is 4 here, the field specification, and this is for integer. Data type, we have, this is new line structure, control, that is comma, sum, and close this parenthesis, close with semicolon. This is at the end. This is print, and this is, say, comment statement. I will write here end of main. that is in a new line. Okay, end of May, there is star here, that is a comment statement. This is simple program. Now what is the output of this? We have initialized every time it asks the number. We have given, we need not have the input here. We are not given input. Look, we have declared it is integer, odd number it is integer, sum is initialized, and then it is incremented here. Odd number is 1, initially given, to sum is equal to sum plus odd number, that is, it should change every pass. Odd number, that is incremented by 2, that is next odd number. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7. That has been done by this statement. And then while it should run up to this, that is odd number less than or equal to 50. So for every odd number between 1 and 50, it will run this finite passes. The loop will gracefully terminate after this statement is false. Loop will go on executing till the statement, that is logical expression result, is true, and in output, if you run this, the sum will come with this, because we have given this sum is equal with sign here 625. Check this manually. So this is do while statement. We have another statement what is known as for statement. It is, there are many, we are not discussing them, we are restricted. We have the restriction on us, constraint on us, that is our syllabus. Do while and for are the loop control structure statements. Let's go for statement. For statement. There is a difference between the earlier two statements. This is also for a looping control structure. Other two, that is do and do while. While and do while statement and for statement, they are looping control structures, but there is a difference between for and while and do while statement. This for statement is used when the programmer knows how many times a set of statements are executed or repeated. A program who writes the C program, if he knows the number of times the statement should be repeated. If you are asking to find out sign of x for 10 values, you have to repeat it for 10 times. So a for statement can be used, or even a programmer can use for when he knows how many times that loop should be executed, say 10 times. So number of loops or number of passes are known at the beginning of the for statement. That's the difference between while and do while statement. Here in do while we do not know how many times that loop is executing or repeated, but in for statement we can calculate that. There is a formula, I will write it here, how many times that loop should be executed. For n is equal to 10, for I is equal to 5, so that can be calculated. I will come to that. Let us write the syntax for this. Syntax of for loop. Syntax for loop. So here I will write in a box for expression. Say expression. I will write 1 comma expression semicolon here, expression 2, I'll write in short, 2, expression 3, 3, so expression 1, expression 2, expression 3, and then it begins with, for every conditional statements or for a loop control statement, we have this, that is curly braces. Inside the curly braces, we write this statement and then terminate with a delimiter, what is called as semicolon, and we have this. This is a simple grammar, what is known as syntax for a for loop. This is simple for loop statement. There is one more nested for loop statement. In a nested for loop statement, for loop, inside the for loop there is one more loop, right? Like pages of a book. We have the front page and the last page. We have so many pages within the page, you can say. Like that, we have the nested loop. Loop within the loop is called as nested loop, and we have if else nested loop, we have for nested loop, and we are not discussing them. The funniest part of the syllabus is this. So this is syntax. Okay. So number of iteration, number of repetitions we can calculate for a for statement. Number of iteration formula, iteration, that is repetition, is equal to, say, final value minus initial value, right? That is plus here, incremental step. We are incrementing, incremental step. That is divided by step increment. If you know the final value of the loop, initial value of the loop, and the steps to be taken, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, like that, incremental step. S is incremented by 1 using incrementer operator. Divided by increment operator, this will give an integer. This will give you an integer, the number of iteration. We cannot have the floating point number of iteration, real value say real point number. Okay, so let's go for the flow chart of this. Flow chart of what is called as for loop. Flow chart for loop. So for this, I will write at the top here initialization. Initialization is done, right? Below this, we'll have a decision making block. This is diamond block is a decision making. Is initial value IV less than or equal to final value FV? Question mark. You would have drawn it properly this way. Okay. Question mark. Then it will go to the statement number 1. Statement 1. Here it will execute this statement 1 and then goes to statement 2. Statement 2. Then it will go to end statement. So I'll write 1, 2, 3 end statement. And then it will say initialization IV final value IV is equal to, it is incremented IV plus 1. It should change. If this is true, then we are going back to this initial value. It should touch like this. Okay, so it will initialize the counter here. I is equal to 0, I is equal to 3, and then is, this is control actually, is initial value is less than or equal to final value till statement 1. If this is true, it will go here, it executes statement 1, execute number of statements here, it will change the logical expression here. Is IV is equal to IV plus 1. If it is true, it will go here, take the check, it will go to the initialization. It will continue for finite times, and then finally, if this is not true, then the result is false, what is called as this, and it will go to the next statement outside the loop, statement outside the loop. Okay, that is, it continues. IV is initial value, FV is final value, statement 1, statement 2, and so on. There will be number of statements, and it is called as body of the loop. So this is, say, flowchart for loop, flowchart for loop. We have written the syntax, we have written its flowchart. Let's take one program on this. So we'll write a program to print the sum of first 50 natural numbers. We know the natural numbers, and we'll have the sum using this program. Sum of first 50 natural numbers. Find the, here problem is find the sum of first 50 natural numbers. That is the problem here. Using C, we can write, using for statement here, for loop, we can write a simple program here. Program to print sum of first 50 natural numbers. I'll start with this as usual, hash include stdio.h, the header file. This is, and then we have this void, say main, this one. We'll begin our main program with this curly brace. I will have the integer, it is a declaration part, integer, say number. I will write the integer variable name, that is number, say sum, and sum is initiality 0, the assign to it, using the operator, assigning operator. This is assigning operator, this is declaration part. Now we'll start with this for. For is a keyword. Inside this parenthesis we have what is called as, according to its syntax, expression 1, the number is equal to 1, that is 1, expression number, this is less than or equal to 50, this is a variable, Okay, we have declared it and it is integer variable. Now in for loop, say control statement, that is this, and this number should be incremented plus, and we have discussed about this also, right? And this is sum. Now inside the body statement sum equals to sum, that is this 0 plus number here, this will terminate this statement. It's over now. This inside this for a loop print yeah, that is sum. We have to print, that is equal to sign, that is say percent, field specification 5 digit, that is integer number, change it to new line, that is this, then sum. This is variable, this is field data type, you can say data type. It will come with the sum equal to that, this sum is stored here. We'll end this main program, that is star, you can say end of main, star and this slash. Now look at this program. The program is to find the sum of first 50 natural numbers. So we have started with the header file, preprocessor file. This is beginning the main function. This is the program begins from this, and we have the declaration part. The integer, this number num is a variable, integer variable. Sum is also integer sum, and it is initialized here. That is done. Now this for loop, it starts from this, the control here. This number is initialized, and the number is should be less than or equal to 15. We know how many times it is executed from this. So number is incremented. So number, say if num is, say it is 1 here. Next time when it goes to this part, num plus 1, it is incremented by 1. This is, it's done. And sum is replaced with sum plus number every time. Previous sum plus this new number. It goes on and it will print this sum is equal to sum. Within the loop itself we have given print, but every time it doesn't print the value here. After completion of this task of when the loop comes out of the control state, it will print here, right? And the output of this is, if you give the run a command to the computer, say run, output will be sum equals to 1275. Check this manually. If you have this compiler of C language, you do run this and see if there is any error in it. If there is an error, that will be, or it should be edited properly, and you should have the run, you will get the answer there, 1275. So I have completed C language program, C programming. 1 or 2 techniques are remaining. I will also discuss them, that is computational techniques, refraction using matrix method, then conductivity using matrix method and alpha decay using matrix method. Okay. Before that, let me take some of the questions what is called as objective type questions. I will not take it today. Next week probably I will discuss with you the number of possible objective questions from my side. I cannot assure those questions will come for your exam. It is impossible, but we can have the practice of setting the questions and answering it. We have basic idea about C language and use that. You to go through the videos systematically, serially, observe them, watch them, read the material which I have provided to you and try to know about the subject. Don't prepare for the descriptive, only you can prepare yourself for MCQ, multiple choice mode. Set a question, answer it. Set a question, answer it. You will have a practice and definitely you will do better by using this approach. Let me stop it here. Thank you.